so that, and then people that can't physically make it can attend virtually via this Hangout. And so right now I can see Kevin. So Kevin, you're good being filmed, right?
Sure.
All right.
Let's do it.
Cool. So I think what I'll do is, does anyone not want to? No one's gonna it is publicly available, but nobody's gonna find it.
We're gonna distribute it to
Unless
the
they
New York
look-
Times and the Washington Post. And make it broad.
Kevin, would you be able to see if that system is where? I think you literally just need to turn it on and then it should see it out.
Oh, are they like showing up on TV?
Yeah. So right now they're on my computer, but hopefully once we get that connected,
Very cool.
they should show up on the TV so everybody can see them.
You can like HDMI.
HDMI. Let's say.
You can somehow get like a black sensor over my eyes, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I don't think we quite have that capability.
That was a lot of words, very good.
All right, did it work? Okay. All right, did it work? What? I think. Why is it not working? Okay. All right.
Shut it down. Yeah, they want to come in and I think they're like, they become
You shouldn't need it. Should like
students and whatever you want to call them, like, I think it's like, I was like throwing shit at each other, angry, blah, 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 blah. And the guy banging the gavel, and then all of a sudden, like, the quick go and you come, walking in the stick, and everybody automatically gets quiet.
Extremely elaborate fantasies.
Well, I mean, like, I think of these things, I'm very creative. And you like hold right after make that like a reality.
most people are probably gonna show up, right?
Yeah, but for instance, she's gonna be a little later because we slept on schedule going on, so that she won't be able to do that.
All right, so we can wait for that.
One of the things that happened, we didn't
We don't have anything super simple.
Powerful. In the meantime, I'm feeling like I should go get that food.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can. Well, anyway, the first thing I'll be talking about is exact positions, which you already know about. So.
Does anybody need anything? Get water? I would want to get some water, I just don't know where.
I have some water, actually.
You said you do all.
I have water. If you want to refill this one and then just, do you mind sharing, or do you want your own cup?
Yeah, I mean, I would, if you have that.
Wait, do you an extra cup? Or do you mind if there or an extra cup?
It's an extra cup.
Okay, yeah, just get a plastic cup and then.
And like whatever, I don't need ice or anything like that.
Should, but I should have done it.
Sorry to be a little bit.
actually prop my thing up. So we aren't filming, Victoria. Are you okay being filmed or? All right, we got you out of the film. There we go. There we go. You can see where the camera is, so if you and you can see up there.
Oh, wait, is it being recorded or what?
Yeah, yeah. So it is. So it is like being So people can call in basically if they can't physically make it here.
Okay.
And then afterwards you can also see the entire meeting.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah.
I thought it was more of like a live thing, like a dive for FaceTime call.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. So it is live, but it's also archived for afterwards.
So I think you go on Facebook Live, like the video's still available afterwards.
It was staying up before. Hold on a second. Oh well. Anyway, here we.
You can maybe like a water bottle behind it.
Yeah, I'll need it.
Oh, there you go. Put the thing on this one. You might have even after the meeting.
That's fine. It's chill. So.
Thanks.
I think that was good.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. So that's staying up. So sorry for the delay in starting. We had some technical difficulties and stuff. Yeah, we unfortunately lost 2 exec members very early in the year, and for personal reasons. So we're sort of in a state of flux thing. The first thing on our agenda is actually going to be filling those positions. So we do have several opportunities for people who do want to get involved. But actually, you know what we should do? We should do introductions first. So actually, usually the way we do introductions is we have people go around and they share one thing. So last week we did fun facts. Maybe this week we can go around and just like say like what your name is, why you're here, and like something cool that happened to you that you did this week.
This week?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can start. So I'm Jay. I am the president of Youth Disability Alliance, and something fun that happened to me this week. I finally figured out how to do my computer science assignments, which I've been struggling with for a bit. So that made me feel pretty good. Like getting started is always a little bit of a learning curve to start learning like new course material and stuff. So yeah, that was fun. You want to go next?
Sure. Hi, I'm Abby. I'm here. So I met Ashley a couple days ago. She told me about it because I was venting to her about how. Can we have the work post by the way?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I'm very distracted.
Yeah, I know it. And I can turn if you're okay. I can turn the camera towards you. The thing is, it's like opposite, so I have to figure out.
Oh, the screen just came on.
Did it? Hold on. There we go. Oh, sorry. I'll just leave this
That's
here.
all right.
It's probably gonna be easier. Yeah. Sorry.
I was venting about being very dyslexic and and having a pretty severe attention deficit disorder. But you know, I never had it addressed in the classes here at Duke. And now I really need to because the class is getting much harder.
Yeah.
And so I was venting to her about that, and she's like, "Well, you should come to the Duke Disability Alliance, and there are people who can, you know, vent with you and stuff."
Yeah,
so
we love talking about
that's why I'm here. Cool thing that happened to me today, I found out that I don't need foot surgery,
Oh.
and I got out of crutches, so
Yay.
that was cool.
I'm Brandon, and I'm here for like to figure out what it's about now, and I have a hearing impairment, so it's nice to kind of see, like what people are doing about people who have a disability. So with that aside, the cool thing that happened to me this week, I met a really awesome guy named Ian last night, and he was just about the most condensed package of like awesomeness I could ever meet. And we walked over half the campus, and I could barely keep up. It was awesome, absolutely awesome.
Wow, that's great. That's fun.
Hi, I'm Zizi. I'm a sophomore, and I want to get involved in this club because part of the reason is I feel like there's just a disconnect between people and without disabilities, and I really want to do what I can to bridge that gap. And I'm also pursuing a career in engineering because at the end of the day, my goal is to work with people with disabilities, and sometimes that can help you lose sight of why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I feel like this club will be a nice reminder as
Right.
to why I'm suffering from physics.
Great.
And a good thing that happened to me this week was that I remembered I'm going to the John Donnan concert this Tuesday.
Yeah.
Good thing that happened is I remember the book after that too.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So I'm Victoria, and I'm here because I wanted to do more some advocacy work on campus, and I thought that the disability wanted to be a good place to involve. And something nice that happened to me this week is I finally figured out how to get the community service installed on my computer after
Great.
hours of time.
Great. That's
My name's Kevin. I'm a sophomore studying political science. I'm here because I have to be. I'm here, so the reason why I joined the Disability Alliance, I guess I'd say, is because when you think about issues that are in our society that are very pronounced issues but don't receive a lot of attention, or very important and relate to a lot of other things that are in mainstream dialogue, I think one thing that doesn't come up often is disability rights and disability justice. And so for me, even though I don't have experience with a disability, having close friends that have disabilities and have to struggle through these things, and having mentors in the future that have to try to grapple with these justice issues has really inspired me to try to advocate, and in any way I can develop the experience to better and more effectively do so in the future. So that's why I'm here. So something that happened this week, there's nothing like particularly notable, I guess. Swing dance, we had our first lesson yesterday. A lot of people showed up, and it was a lot of fun. So that was a great time. Lots of fun.
That's how I know your face.
Yeah,
I think that's how you learn one of those events.
yeah. So
My friend Logan's is there.
okay, Logan is a picture. Cool. Well, yeah. So let's see. I'm glad I was here.
all right. So the other thing that I forgot, let me just share our agenda to.
It's literally all on me.
I was gonna move it around, but then it got a little too difficult, so it's gonna be all you.
Thanks. I'm just the one eating the salad, not paying as much attention as everyone else.
All right, here we go.
It's a
So,
open environment where we have fun, right?
yep, yeah. If you want to eat a salad, go ahead. So here's our agenda. And so the next thing I wanted to talk about, which I forgot temporarily, is kind of what DDA does, because I know you guys haven't been to a meeting before. So let me pull up a slide to show that we made. It's got some images from
So a lot of our executive members are not here right now, just so you all know. A few reasons. some people have a lot of things that they have to do personally, but some people are like at the game or at a scheduled conference. So this is a uniquely small meeting.
Yeah, that's true. We're gonna be so like last year we did our meetings mostly on Sundays, so this is we don't normally do a Saturday meeting, and then also like because just getting started with the year, it's been hard to get the word out about our meetings with all the other stuff that we're trying to keep up with, but yeah, we should be doing a much better job of that, and going forward there'll be Sundays 3 to 4, hopefully in 241 actually. That's like one of the best rooms here. So here's this slideshow. If I can get rid of this other thing. Okay, here we go. So DDA's mission is essentially to foster conversations about disability issues on campus, and also like promote basically like a fuller appreciation of people with disabilities, and like make sure that people are aware of the legal rights of people with disabilities. And like I know Kevin was talking about disability rights and disability justice, like basically promoting a fuller understanding of what those are, and like also what it's like to live with a disability, the issues that people with disabilities face, and just I guess generally like improving how society treats and perceives people with disabilities as well. As you see, yeah, here's our mission. And so like we did like a screening of this movie, Bottom Dollars, about how a lot of people with disabilities end up working jobs where they get paid less than the minimum wage, and kind of the issues surrounding that and what people can do to change that system. We also like have speakers come. So she was talking about she's from Disability Rights NC, which is like an organization that basically provides like legal advocacy for people with disabilities, among other things. And then our big event is Disability Pride Week. And we usually do that like the second week after spring break, and it's just a week's worth of events related to disability. So like we did another film screening. We had some people come and talk about audio descriptioning of art for people who are visually impaired. And we had an exhibition. A bunch of students did various projects related to disability for a writing 101 class. And so we had them like exhibit their projects. So yeah, lots of cool stuff like that. We made some cool posters. So like one of the issues, one issue that's big for us is that people don't really know a lot about the history of the disability rights movement. And so what we did is for Disability Pride Week is we just highlighted some leaders in the disability rights movement on our posters. Oh, there's a picture of me and some other people. We partnered with Pi Kappa Phi for what we called an Accessibility Matters Day, where we basically had people were like tabling at the Bryan Center, and so they were tabling at the Bryan Center with us and getting people to sign this form where they would pledge to only use accessible routes for one day. So that was the Accessibility Matters Day. So, and then like people would post on social media about like accessibility issues around campus. And actually from that, I think Fix My Campus is gonna hopefully be working with us this year to try and get more automatic door openers on bathroom doors around campus. So it's another one of our posters that we did. Then, yeah, so we got all these people to sign this big poster, and they all like filled out the form. So yeah, it was a really fun week. Yeah, we did. So actually, one of the students in that writing class did some artwork for the project. So she like had a talk about her artwork and like what it represented. It was a really cool experience. And actually, there's a website. They have like an entire website that I could probably send out to the group at some point. And then we actually got some of our work on like the wall, on this wall in Perkins, or some of the work of those students. So yeah. All right, cool. Oh, there's more. All right. All right, here we go. Let me. There we go. And then I'll probably send out this slideshow at some point too. I'm a big fan of transparency, so I basically share everything. Yeah. So yeah. Oh well. Oh yeah. Well yeah. Kevin's the one that actually writes the text of the emails. So yeah, but yeah, so we will probably send that out to you at some point. Yeah. All right, so let's see. So that's the wrong one.
So yeah, so that's a little bit of what we've done in the past.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a little bit what we're doing this year?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, that was not on the slideshow. Let me see, we have some events that we're planning. So we already had one event this year on the 27th, which was basically a discussion about what it's like to live with a disability at Duke. And that was great. We had a lot of turnout and a lot of great discussion. Our next event, we are, there's actually going to be a conference that we're not part of. It's called Health, Humanities, and Social Justice, Breath, Body, and Voice. It's kind of, we're just kind of helping out. It's from the Franklin Humanities Institute, and they've got a lot of really cool talks and people coming. And I think we sent a link out via email to their full schedule. So if you want to go back and look at that, you can. That's the 14th through the 16th. So basically this coming week. The next event we're doing is called Digital Advocacy and Disability Rights. Another person from Disability Rights NC is going to come and speak. And that'll be in the Smith Warehouse on October 3rd. I think the time has shifted a bit. It's like, I think it's now 7 to 8, yeah.
Actually, I think it's 7 to 8:30.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll just need to adjust this actually. Yeah, we're still working on actually reserving the space, but that's going to be really cool. He's going to come and basically speak about like how we can use like social media and other tools to kind of advocate for disability issues. So I'm actually really excited for that.
Where is this going to be?
It's probably going to be in the Smith Warehouse. I think
Smith Warehouse Bay 4.
Yeah, Bay 4, yeah.
Is where the garage is.
Yeah. And
The Human Rights Center and that they jump.
Then our next event, so we are going to be tabling actually at an event called Disable the Label. We actually just found out about it and just got a table last week, so we're really excited. So a bunch of other community organizations from around Durham are going to be there at this event. So we'll be there. We'll get to meet people that come around, and then hopefully anyone else who can come can also from our organization can go around and meet people as well from different organizations. I'm not exactly sure who's going to be there, but it's going to be it's going to be a pretty big event. I think 400 people or 400 organizations. I'm not sure, but it's like I said, we found out about it last week, so
But that's a great opportunity
yeah.
for us because it gives us the chance to really engage with the community.
Right.
Try to make our name in the
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, definitely. That's something we've really been trying to do, like not be just like off on our own here at Duke, and like trying to forge partnerships with other organizations. Like Arts Access Inc. actually supported a lot of stuff we did during Disability Pride Week. They're an organization in the Triangle that like promotes accessibility in the arts. So yeah, this event is hopefully going to help us form more partnerships like that. And that is Saturday, October 14th. It's actually 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And it's at University Mall. Let's see. That's basically everything for the next few months.
Stuff for the spring we talked about later on.
Yeah. We're working on some other stuff for like later in the fall and in the spring as well. Once we have more details for those, we'll definitely bring them up at meetings and send out information about them.
This is all just the stuff that's planned, so the approach we're taking is, I think, the advocacy team and the accessibility team, they want to create a new event and they want to, inspire some new avenue that the organization takes, and that's by all means welcome. So
Yeah,
there's
we
definitely
definitely.
room to have other events also.
Yeah, and the more people we have, the more we can do. So that's actually a great segue into the next item. Sorry, wrong document. Yeah, so we have lots of leadership opportunities here in DEA. And one thing, like I was talking about earlier, we are trying to fill, we're trying to fill 2 positions on exec that we have openings for. One is the secretary. Basically that'll be like someone who can come to all the meetings. Like we would schedule the meetings at a time where the secretary could obviously like be there, but someone to come to all the meetings and like take notes, kind of help with the setup for the meetings. Also like managing logistical stuff, like making sure like everybody is signed up for the listserv and like all our documents are organized properly and stuff like that. It's really important work, and also it wouldn't necessarily preclude anyone from also taking on other responsibilities in the organization and even championing their own ideas. But we just need someone who can do at least those responsibilities. And we also have an opening for advocacy co-chair. And so the advocacy co-chair, they would help lead our advocacy team with Mahima Verma, who is the other advocacy co-chair. And the advocacy team like handles our social media and like our outside image. They help like if someone reaches out to us for any reason, the advocacy team will help make sure they're taken care of. So like they like manage advertising for other groups that want to use us to advertise, like people that contact us and have like questions. The advocacy team would handle that. Yeah, so those two positions are open, and I believe I sent out the Constitution, or in an email, we did attach the Constitution.
Yeah.
So those responsibilities are in there. We're also hoping to add an accessibility team. So we're actually gonna hopefully revise our Constitution today or tomorrow, and send that out. And basically what the accessibility team would do, we're thinking, is help promote accessibility on campus, like I was talking about, with the automatic door openers on like bathroom doors. That'd be one thing. And also like, so like promoting accessibility at Duke, and like in the community, also perhaps like handling accessibility information for our events. So we will have the details of that position out to you guys very soon. And all of those positions are going to be elected positions, but we also have opportunities for people that don't want to run for an elected position, maybe don't want quite as much responsibility. And those would be being a team member of either the advocacy team, our event coordination team, or the accessibility team. And basically you'd be under the direction of whoever is chairing your team, and like basically like they'd be delegating responsibility to you. And let's see, so I already talked about advocacy and accessibility. So our event coordination team, they like basically handle the logistics of all our events, like making sure that we have catering, that we have like the space, that like whoever is gonna come, like if there's a like speaker, that they know how the event's gonna work and they're all set. So if you were an event coordination team member, you would be doing some of that as the event coordination chair sees fit. So yeah, I think that's basically all we had for today, except Ivan is here. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Sorry I'm late. I was at a Women's Center training / summit. I'm Ivan Robles. I'm here sort of as a Duke Student Government Liaison. I'm the A Senator of Equity and Outreach. And I sat on a few meetings last year, and I just wanted to sort of continue the DSG-DDA relationship and sort of extend DSG's resources to DDA, see how we could sort of help and like interact with y'all. So
Yeah, I know definitely we have several events coming up soon that we're trying to get funding for. So I think definitely we're going to be applying to SFC very soon. So we'll definitely reach out to you guys if we need any monetary support. Also, once we have our flyers ready, we'll definitely send those to you. We'll send those out to the entire lister. And also definitely to you if you can help us advertise for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, do you guys have any other ideas about how DSG can maybe help us this year? Or if you have any other ideas in general about what DDA could do this year, yeah, just feel free to talk about things.
Also, first of all, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for
Yeah,
that.
sorry.
Appreciate you. No, don't worry about it. Appreciate you guys extending that. It's really good to have that connection.
Yeah.
It means a lot. I think like Jay said, like a lot of it's just still have to like work out all the logistics of the events. So yeah, probably just need a week or two.
Yeah, of course. And even if my name's Ivan Robles on Facebook, so if you come up with ideas in the coming weeks and just like send me a message like, hey, can DSG be used in this way? can DSG do this, or can you personally do this? Because I'd be happy to use my own like social media or anything in terms of like getting funding or advertising or any myriad of things that DSG can do.
I don't know if I caught this or not, but for the like accessibility group people, are there gonna be multiple of those in terms of like different types of accessibility?
Well, we would have a whole team, so that'd be multiple people,
Okay.
and the chair could basically divide stuff up however they wanted to, like,
Cool.
yeah, so basically you were thinking like for different like types of disabilities,
Right.
basically
So
have.
like physical, audio, visual learning.
Right. Right. Yeah. And that's so like I said, we haven't actually added that to our constitution yet. So that's definitely a good idea though. To see if we can incorporate some sort of breakdown. Yeah, that would definitely help make sure that all types of disabilities are addressed for sure. So yeah.
One thing that came to my mind when we were talking with Emily from Duke Rec was the recreation facilities don't have like a virtual map that shows accessibility routes or what is accessible. And so she's gonna work with the rec facilities to try to get that. But I think actually there might be a role for DSG, and just like generally, I haven't seen a lot of accessibility routes for like each particular location or different areas. Like there's some like West Union's labeled, and some areas just like walking routes are labeled and stuff. But I think I mean, you have more insight into this than I would, Jay, but are there like particular buildings or routes that like DSG could help try to make sure that those buildings are labeled or well?
Yeah, I think
virtual maps?
yeah, like we do. There is a map that does show accessible routes that I can actually pull up now, and it does show like whether buildings are accessible or not, and like how to get there at least from the outside. I think one thing that I always struggle with is like even on like the inside, like once you're within a building, are there like accessibility issues? And usually when I go anywhere new, I just have to check it out myself. But it would be great if for example, I went to an event in Kilgo, and like there are stairs getting between the different sections. So like I had to go up a few stairs to get in, and then up more stairs once I was inside the door to get up to the main first floor. Then I realized there wasn't an elevator in that section, so I had to go back out, go around, find the elevator, go up the elevator. Then once I got to the second floor, there were 6 more stairs to get back up to the section I wanted to be in. So yeah, so like knowing about that stuff in advance would be great.
Yeah.
I want to ask, is there a sort of system in place already where students who experience things like that can like flag an area online?
I actually have a call-in with the person who is leading disability management services. So I will definitely bring that up with her. When I have accessibility issues, I'm usually in conversation with the Student Disability Access Office about it, but I'm not really sure that there's any formalized way for people to like raise accessibility concerns.
I mean, the only like other thing I can think of other than SDAO would be like Fix My Campus. Sometimes will be like, oh,
Right.
the store doesn't have a automatic entrance accessibility.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say the West Campus dorms in general are just very confusing. Like I think the general consensus is that like it's hard to navigate through, and if you get lost, it's not a big surprise. So just having a map of like the internal workings of the West Campus dorms in general would be really helpful. Because like I went on rounds with my friend who's an RA in Craven, and like, she got lost. It's like just, I mean, because at least with Craven, it's like different sections of it completely different. Like I think my friend was saying that she's walking with like some friends and their rooms are connected by like a closet wall or something, but if they wanna get to each other's rooms, you have to like go up a flight of stairs, go around and then come down, so, I don't know, it's just.
It's ridiculous here.
And the thing is, you got, some people who aren't actually disabled, they just have a really bad injury, so they're, confined to a wheelchair for a short amount of time, right? So of course, you've got these influx freshmen that are coming every single year. These freshmen are already pretty much clueless about the campus. They've had maybe a total, exposure to the campus for maybe 3 or 4 days, so like Blue Devil Day, maybe for a week or something like that, if they're lucky. But when they get here for a week, obviously they are still in New York. Now, as that, let's say, like I was confined to a wheelchair for Blue Devil Day. I had no idea how to get to where I wanted to go. Once I did figure it out, there's no accessibility or ramp, nothing like that. So, just getting from like the Bryant Center parking lot all the way up to the chapel and around the door and the side entrance to the wheelchair, it's basically like a 45-degree incline. So, I mean, that's easy for like a car maybe, but not for me trying to roll myself, or me and a person behind me trying to roll. So, definitely like a map would help, or maybe even a brochure that can help with the planner or something, the package that you get when you get here. It's something that they can, keep on themselves and just like their obstacle. They can look at it, thought it.
Even like later on though, because like it's my junior year now, right? And like for the first 2 days of classes, I was in crutches, and I live on the 5th floor of my building, and the elevator's on the other side of the building, and either way it breaks like every 2 weeks, and so I just have to go up like 4 flights of stairs up and down every day for 2 weeks, which is like 2 weeks is not that bad, but there are people who live their entire lives in crutches or are older, and so it's like that's it. Also, you reminded myself a minute ago about the new Uber system, where you can't get picked up at the West Bus Stop anymore. If that had happened any earlier, I wouldn't have been able to get to the ER when I broke my foot. So, like the fact that there was a grace period allowed me to like get to my doctor's appointments, but there are people who just can't go to these new locations, so these return locations. Like there's a way that there could be like exceptions for people with disabilities or some way to do that, or people who are injured. Like that's
No
Uber's
plug over
necessary.
Like on that
Let
one.
me write these things down, and well, first I'll talk to my committee about that, and we'll get to that's very important.
Yeah. Also late at night, even like regardless